Bisa. Ammadu udah makan belum? Makan kira sambal dikatakan. Sambal kita? Apa dia? Ada ya? Thank you, Desa.
Right. Good evening, everyone. Right. Tell me whether you can hear me.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I can hear you, sir.
First of all, tell me whether is this your first class of this course, or you participated in any lessons? What do you say?
This is my first class.
First session. Right. Okay.
Second class, sir.
Second class. Okay. Right. Right. The things you should know is everybody should mute yourself. Now I can see there are several people who are not muted. So please mute yourself. That is the first rule. When you want to talk, you can unmute and talk. Thereafter, you have to mute yourself. I can see there are several people who are still unmuted. Right. Hashanti, Miss Hashanti, Mihiri, and Miss Mihiri Nisansala, Miss Nilanti. Please mute yourself. Right. Okay. There are a few more. You should know that right. Until you're unmuted, I can't start the lesson because it will be a very big noise and very big disturbance to others. So please try to mute yourself. Okay, right. Now please listen to me. Nobody can be unmuted. Okay, right. Now it is impossible, Miss Sanjeevani. When I unmuted, it's no use of, because once someone leave and join again, they are unmuted again. So it is a useless effort. You can do that. You should be in alert, right? You can find your account whether it is unmuted or muted. You should understand this. Once anyone is unmuted, it is a big disturbance to others, right? Okay, this is your grammar session. Grammar means, now here I'm trying to give you some aid for your other classes, main classes, for your reading, writing, and speaking. For all those things, grammar plays a major role. So everybody should pay some attention on grammar also. Now here, Sagarika, Chaturika, until you're all unmuted, I can't do this. Right. My duty is to give you some aid on your other classes. According to the teachers of other classes, I have designed this course. This is only, it means in this class, we can't, Miss Sujania's whether I have done in class. Yes, this is the first session of this group. Okay, right. Um, what I was talking, yes, my duty is to give you some support on your other classes, for your other classes, according to the teachers of other subjects, their requirement. I'm trying to give you some aid on those things. The syllabus is designed according to their requirements, and you should know in grammar. Grammar means the things. It means if you speak with your friends, like in colloquial languages, colloquial language means your day-to-day work. Speak with your friends, speak with your colleagues, like that. In colloquial language, grammar is not an essential thing, right? In that communication, the only thing should be done is just to communicate your idea to others. But here we are practicing for an exam, right? In an exam like yours, grammar should be perfect. Once you write, once you speak, uh, you have to be perfect in grammar. So, in us, it means in this course, I have divided the grammar into main three parts, like tenses, conjunctions, and relative pronouns. Those are the things we are going to cover in this class, right? So at first we should do tenses. Now here you should know, I don't know whether you know that, all of your nurses, I think. Then sometimes you all have some far knowledge of English, right? Now we are going to touch the things you haven't touched, right? That is the purpose of this class. Uh, Tenses. That is the first thing we are going to learn. And the other thing is, uh, I can see there are more than 150 students here. Yes, you can see there are 167 students now. So I want to select at least 2 or 3 people to communicate with me. It means to talk with me. Otherwise, we can't do it with all the students. The students whom I selected represent the whole class. Okay, please raise your hands. You can see there is an icon. You can use that. Please raise your hands. Those who like to talk with me. I need at least 2 or 3 people. Who are they? Is there any volunteers? There's an icon. You can press it, then it is noticed to me. You are ready for that. I can't find who they are. Yes, Miss Udari is okay. And is the other one? Miss Karuna Ratna. And Miss Nalika. Okay. Today I'm talking with them. There's another one called De Silva. Right. Today I'm talking with them. It means the other people also can talk. If you have any issue, if you have any problem, definitely you can unmute and ask your problem. It doesn't matter. Right? Okay. Now let's start the lessons. And the other thing, I'm not going to give you any notes. Okay. I use the whiteboard and I explain the lesson on the board. If there's anything you want to note down, you can do it yourself. I'm not going to say write the note like that. Okay. You are the people who understand it is important, so I'm going to write it. Okay, right. Keep that in your mind. I'm not going to give you any notes. Okay, let's start. The first thing, as I told you, tenses. Right. In this class, I'll give you a clear. Wait a minute. Right. The other thing is that what? Once we do the class, there's some disturbance in my side. Right. That is a train. Right. That's about the train. Right. So I can't help that. That is the only disturbance you will feel, you'll find from my side. Okay, let's start. I asked from Miss Udare. I know that sometimes you may know this. When you talk about tenses, my question is, how many tenses are there in the language, as you know?
mainly three tenses, present tense, past tense, and the future tense. One tense are divided into four tenses.
Okay, you have some idea, right?
Okay.
Good, thank you. Let's see. Now here, now English means not only the tenses, okay? There are so many sentence patterns. Sentence patterns are not tenses, okay? There are sentence patterns and sentences like auxiliary sentences, right? We try to clarify all of them during our sessions, right? Uh, Mainly in the language we can find 20 tenses, right? Those 20 tenses are divided into main two categories like active voice and passive. Active and passive voice. Give me a second, my pen is not writable now. Right. Active and passive. Right. Active and passive is the most important thing we should know. Once we write, once we speak, those are the mistakes a lot of people make. So we are going to clarify all of them during our class. Someone say it's not clear. Now tell me, other people, you're not clear what I wrote here or not? What about Miss Udari? You're not clear or clear?
Clear, sir.
What?
Clear, sir.
Clear. If anyone feels not clear, definitely the problem is with your connection or check the level of signal and find.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Little bit not clear, sir.
Sorry.
Little bit not clear.
Maybe the problem of my pen. That's why I changed the pen.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Right. Sometimes you feel the audibility is not clear and the whiteboard is not clear. Then the problem is definitely in your side, right? The problem is in your side. So check your connection first. I'll write it in. There are 20 tenses. How about that?
Okay, sir.
Is it
It
okay?
is better now.
Right. There are 20 tenses. It is divided into two categories called active voice and passive voice. Right? Those active, right? 12 out of these 20 are active. Then how many passives? There are 8 passives. Right? Don't worry about this. Some people can understand this, maybe, right? Some people may not understand what I'm writing here. Don't worry about that. I'll teach you them from the legal point. Okay, I'm going to give you some picture what we're going to do, right? And those 12 active tenses are divided into main 4 categories called simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, perfect continuous tense, right? There are 4 main tenses and all of them are divided into sub 3. They are present, past, future. For all these things, same. Continuous present, continuous past, continuous future, like that. Present, past, future, present, past, future. This is how those 12 tenses are made of. And once you come to passive side, it has 8. They are built of 3 main tenses: simple, simple tense, continuous tense, and perfect tense. It doesn't have perfect continuous, right? It has only these 3 tenses. They are divided into same: present, past, future. But we come to continuous tense, it has only 2: present, past. It doesn't have future, and perfect divided into 3, called present, past, future. This is how these 8 tenses are built of. Right? Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Please raise your hands if your mother tongue is not Sinhala. Is there anyone whose mother tongue is not Sinhala? No one.
I am Tamil, sir.
Dilukshi.
Yes, sir. I am Tamil.
Your Tamil. Okay. How about your Sinhala knowledge? Can you understand Sinhala?
Yes, I Yes.
Ah, right. Anyone else?
I am also Tamil, sir.
Anyone else? Only one.
I am Tamil, sir.
Who?
I am also Tamil also.
Right. Please raise your hands if you can't understand Sinhala. Is there anyone who can't understand Sinhala? Right. Suppose there's no one. Right. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Although it is Tamil or Sinhala, your mother tongue is Sinhala or Tamil, whatever it is, you are facing to this problem, right? What is that? I'm asking this question from Sinhala speaking people. In Sinhala, how many tenses are there? How many tenses are there in Sinhala language? What is it?
Tenses, sir. Only 3.
In Sinhala, you find 3 tenses. Okay. And Tamil speaking people, how many tenses are there in Tamil?
That's also 3.
3. Okay. Normally, right. Okay. Now meet yourself. Right. Please meet yourself. Please meet yourself. I can see there are several people who are unmuted. Please meet yourself. Yamuna, Dasika, Chamila. Right. දැන් ඔයාලගේ ශබ්දය ආවම මට කරපු දේ අමතක වෙනවා. So පොඩ්ඩක් ඔයාලා මේ attention එකේ ඉන්න unmute කරගන්න එපා මේ අනිත් එක මේ තව දෙයක්. දැන් මට කිව්වට තේරුම් නැති මම ආයේ මේ සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ. මොකද්ද? වෙන වැඩ කරන ගමන් ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉන්න එපා. Don't do other work and stay in the class. right? And someone unmute which got taking head to the one can all of invoke what can never class again. Whatever good name, unmute stop take a sister, right? So Panti without Panti in them. So, we are in a different platform. It means we do the class online. So I mean displays and you are in far away. We have to maintain the distance. I can't say maintain the distance, but whatever it is, we have to get this class successful. How to do that? The only way is you have to be in the class where Panti will out whenever not the Vidana in get the then way Malagamang, Kodia, Gamang in the park. But I'm right? The Mama Kinikwa, the Captain Dane, the Tirmune, one younger, a letter Panti in the Patir. Umuna the Panti joining the Maka in Avashtavi, the Avashtavi winning he, where Harriet, the Panti would come in one coaches would cut here whenever. Altam there on the classic in uncutted there no Mikian, somehow they take a there in a hanging it there. What a grammar classic on just leave, right? Panti without Panti. Panti a quarter together and walking together in a calm than a calmest place of your house. And then a Podilama Wagi, Baba like a kid take a medical and bear, Minama medical and the bear, Article medical and the bear. Right? Method Panti get a Panti. Why Hamatanakan unmute not be disturbance of the subject like artwork. Right? Then what the way Mama in the white Mama in the class to Hicker. Have mummy then online class class together. Either way, put it to Mama Hadra class. It's a month and then what a Magipet and Sabda Heno. May think nobody. I have kid. I have family. No, but no sounds are coming. Because they may Panti will get Panti will. Right? The Magi might get unmuted money. But you can't hear any sound. The only sound you can hear is just about the train. That is something I can't do. Right? Okay, now let's move. I was talking about your mother tongue. Then you say you have 3 tenses. But in English we have 20 tenses. That is the problem. That is the problem faced by most of South Asians, because it is difficult to tally our 2 languages. It means Sinhala to English, Tamil to English, right? It feels a bit difficult to tally these 2 languages. They are in 2 platforms, right? English has 20 tenses. Sinhala has 3 tenses. Tamil has 3 tenses. And also the way of building up a sentence is also partly different.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Silva asked to mute everyone. It's not mute. Then what will happen once they leave and rejoin? They are unmuted. They are automatically unmuted. That's the problem. I can't help this. Right? That is the only thing. Once they leave and rejoin, they are automatically unmuted, right? That's the problem. Okay, I have forgotten what I was talking. So we are going to tally these two languages, especially now our class is for English. English means now you know that it has 20 tenses. For example, in your mother tongue, you have future, present, and past. They are the tenses we have in Sinhala also. We have present, past, and future. In Tamil also you have the same thing. But you can see here, look at this. In here, we can find presence, right? We can find four types of presence. It means present tense is divided into four. Present tense is divided into four. Past is also same. There are four forms of past. There are four forms of future. It means tenses are divided into subcategories. For an example, once I say present, what comes to your mind? The people who like to talk with me can answer. Once I say present, what comes to your mind? Present.
We are doing something now.
Yes.
Or habit.
Yes. That is what we know about present, because that is what we were taught from our mother tongue. Present means now, but once you come to English, present means not only that. There are so many forms, so many usages of present, right? Learning tenses means that. Learning tenses means we are going to clarify those usages. What is simple present? What present continuous tense? What perfect is? What perfect continuous is? That is what we are going to do in this class. Right? Okay. And now we are going to learn them one by one. Before all, I'm going to give you the difference between active and passive. That is the most important part of the language. I think according to your academic education, it means the things you did during your school or maybe from any other course or class, you may have been taught about active and passive, right? In the school, I know that the things you are taught about active and passive is not practical. Now here, I'm going to give you the practical usage of active and passive. I asked from Ms. Udari, what do you mean by, what was the difference between an active and a passive sentence?
Active mean it has a subject and the main the main thing in the sentence is subject. It means the subject is the subject is prominent, and in the passive voice the object is prominent.
Okay.
And
Okay, good. Is there anyone who has an idea about active and passive? What do you know about active and passive?
When we want to emphasize the action, we are using passive, sir.
Sorry, it's not clear.
When we are going to emphasize the action, we are using passive, sir.
Okay, right. Now listen. The first grammar part I'm going to give you is about active and passive. It should be perfect. The lesson should be perfect. Everything is flowing with that active and passive part. So let's start. And the thing, sometimes I will use the mother tongue to explain these things, because this is the most important part of all the course, right? So the knowledge of active and passive should be 100% perfect. That's why I use this pattern. Look at this. Right? Now write 3 sentences. I want to write 3 sentences. You'll find the differences among these 3 tenses, 3 sentences. I used 3 single sentences because I haven't taught you any kind of tenses in English yet. That's why I use these 3 single sentences to explain about active and passive. Now, tell me, what are the differences you can see among these 3 sentences? I'm waiting for you.
First one has subject verb object. Second one has subject verb. Third one has object and verb.
Okay. This is what? This is the subject of the sentence, and this is the object, and this is the verb. Now, once you come to this sentence, this is the subject, and this is the verb. This is
Object.
the object. This is the object, and this is the verb. Right? Subject means the person or the thing who does the action of the sentence, and verb is the action, right? And now let's move to this part. Now all these 3 sentences are in single. Okay, now I'm moving to English. Active voice and passive voice. Right. Active voice in English means all the sentences which are started with a subject. The sentences which are started with the subject are called active. The sentences which are started with an object are passive. Right? After the subject, we have to use the verb. In here also, we have to use the verb. Right? If there is an object, we can use that in an active sentence. It is optional. That's why I use a bracket. In an active sentence, there should be so many active sentences without an object. Right? In a passive sentence, subject is optional. It means you can write passive sentences without subject or with subject. You can write active sentences with object or without object. Doesn't matter. Right? Now, how to define whether your sentence is active or passive? අපි tenses ඉගෙන ගන්න කලින් active passive ඉගෙන ගන්න. Active passive අඳුර ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. How to define whether your sentence you are going to speak or write is active or passive? Very simple. Right? Look at this. Now, in an active sentence, what are the essential things? What are the essential parts of an active voice sentence? It means what are the most important part of an active voice sentence?
Subject.
These two.
Subject and verb.
And the verb. Subject and verb are the most important things of an active sentence. It means subject and verb play the most important part of an active sentence. And once you come to passive sentence, object and verb are the most important things. It means you can never write an active sentence without subject. You can never write a passive sentence without an object. Now just say this. In this sentence, I'm numbering 1, 2, 3. Number 1, it has subject and verb. What is the voice we have to use?
Active voice.
We have
Active voice.
active voice to express this kind of sentence. In this sentence, we find object and verb.
Passive voice.
Passive.
Only passive. Can we say this sentence using active pattern? Can
No,
we
sir.
say this sentence using active?
No.
No, never. We can never use active voice because what is the reason? The reason is it doesn't have a subject. This is impossible in passive method because it doesn't have an object. Now let's move this sentence. Subject, object, verb. It has subject, object, and verb. What is the voice we have used?
Active and passive voice.
Both active and passive.
Both.
Active voice or passive voice. We can use active pattern or passive pattern. Why? The reason is it has subject and object. Right? Okay. So this is what we can explain about passive and active. And the other thing, to write active and passive sentences, the other most important thing we should know is about verb. Verb. Right? As you know, now I'm going to erase these things. Right. Once we take a verb like go, go has 6 forms like goes, went, go, goes, went, will go, going, and gone. This is called infinitive base form. This is called singular form. This is simple past form. This is simple future form. This is ing form. We can name it as present participle also. This is past participle. These are the forms of verbs we use once we write the sentences related to all the tenses. But,
Excuse me, sir.
sorry,
You told going. Is it simple participle or
Right.
continuous?
Going is normally in colloquial language we can call it as ing form. Grammatically we can call it as present participle. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Thank
Now,
you.
right. Now there are 6 forms of verb. My question is, what is the most important verb form of all of them? All of them. As in
Infinitive.
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 Past participle. Past participle.
Right. The most important verb form is past participle. Now I will tell you the reason. There are 12 active voices and 8 passives. Right? For all these passive sentences, we have to use past participle. No verb changes. Mono tense के उना, mono tense को आप पावित करा. Verb के past participle passive उना. तो का tenses अटकट passive. In active वाला tenses तुनकदी 3 tenses वाला पावित करने past participle. For 3 tenses we use past participle. It means 8 plus 3. The answer is 11. Right? 11 tenses out of 20. We sing ekulahakadi pavichikaranne past participle. Ituru namedi tamai are ituru verbs. Mende mewa have any ituru namedi. So the mataka diyagan. While they are passive vakya, definitely its verb form should be past participle. Right? Its verb form should be always past participle. Past participle tamai passive identification. The identification of a passive sentence is the past participle form. Right? We can never write a passive sentence without a past participle. Okay, right. Now we're going to learn the first tense. Who can remember the first tense? According to my diagram, I draw on the whiteboard of first. What is the first tense we have to learn?
Simple present tense.
Yes. The first tense is simple present. First of all, I'm going to teach you both sides. Both sides means now you know there are 2 sides, active voice and passive. I'm going to make a head look at the reason. The reason is something like this. Now, Miss Udari, where do you work?
I am working in Naflaj unit.
Sorry?
I am working in Naflaj unit, Colombo.
Right. Your answer is wrong. And if I ask the same question from Miss Kamaratna, where do you work? Miss Karnaratna, where do you work? I remember that you raised your hands, like you can talk.
I am working at teaching hospital Badula.
Okay. How about Miss Nalika?
I have been working in Ambilipitiya District General Hospital. Ambilipitiya.
Okay. De Silva?
I work at teaching hospital Karapitiya.
Sorry?
I work at teaching hospital
Right. දැන් අහගන්නකෝ. දැන් මම මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහුවා. ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ඔයා කොහෙද වැඩ කරන්නේ? ඔයා තව දෙන්න ඕනේ උත්තරේ මම වැඩ කරන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහි. නේ? මම වැඩ කරන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන. අන්න ඒ උත්තරේ දෙන්න සහ ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ මට අහන්න. ඔයා කොහෙද වැඩ කරන්නේ කියන ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන්න මම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ simple present. तो ඔයා උත්තරේ හැටියට දෙන්නේ මම වැඩ කරන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන මම කරාපිටිය හොස්පිටල් එකේ වැඩ කරන්නේ මම බදුල්ල හොස්පිටල් එකේ වැඩ කරන්නේ to give that answer you have to use simple present, right? It is not about now. Simple present is not about now. ඒක දැන් ගැන නෙමෙයි නං අර what mother tongue වලින් කියන එක තමයි ඒක mother tongue influence එක තමයි ඒක present කියන්නේ දැන් කියන එක. But simple present is not now, not about now. It's about general things. It's about day-to-day things. It's about common things, right? So we use simple present tense to talk about day-to-day actions. Day-to-day action general things or right? Especially on we use simple present tense. Now let's see how to create or how to build up a simple present sentence. The other thing is active unat, active unat, passive unat, right? It tends to be reason the only difference between active and passive is active has the subject at the beginning, passive has the object at the beginning. That is the only difference you can find both active and passive sentences, right? Okay, the structure of an active sentence is starting with subject. In simple present, we divide the subject into two, like singular subjects and plural subjects. What are singular subjects? We know she, he, these are the basic things. It, father, like that. Plural subjects.
We, they.
I is also plural, right? According to the argument, if someone argues that how can I become a plural one, but there's no argument. I goes to plural signs, okay? And you, children, the words like them are called plural subjects, okay? If you have a singular subject like this, the other part is verb. Verb should always be in infinitive form. And you can remember the infinitive form, it means the base form, right? And in addition to that, you have to add an s and the rest. If your subject is plural, you have to write infinitive without an s, no s's, with plural subjects and the rest. For an example, I can say, Miss Udar, where do you live? I think you live in Colombo because you say you work in Colombo. Am I correct? Miss Udar, where do you live? I suppose she lives in Colombo. So, Miss Udari is singular subject, one person. Miss Udari lives in Colombo, right? If I talk about me, the subject is I. I is plural. I live in Ottawa, right? The most important thing you should know is once you write a simple present active voice sentence, you can never use these things. These are prohibited. Don't use. You can never use am is with simple present sentences in active. Right? No am is with active simple present. Now what are the other simple present sentences you can use? Once you talk about your working place, you can say I work at Karapeti Hospital. My friend. Once you talk about your friend is singular. So you have to use my friend works, my friend lives, like that. Now I want you to write 5 sentences. Please write 5 sentences related to simple present active. All of them, the sentences you are writing should belong to general things. It means you are writing simple present. You're not talking about the things which are happening now. It's about normal things. Everything, right? If you're eating now, you can't use simple present, right? Very simple. Start. I need 5 sentences. Right. Write 5 sentences and raise your hands once you finish. Miss Patiranage.
I live in Mathura. I work at General Hospital Mathura. She works at NSB Bank. My son does cricket practice daily. My friends go on trip every year.
Okay, Miss Nil, I'll check only three more. The next one goes to Dilukshi. Dilukshi.
I love music. She cooks delicious food. The sun rises in the morning. They work at bank. You look pretty.
Okay. The next chance goes to Mr. Sajid. Mr. Sajid, it's your turn.
I eat dinner. Dog runs fastly. She writes a letter. He watches a film. They talk with friends.
Some sentences does not belong to simple present, especially the sentence you said about film. Repeat
it. He watches a film.
What do you mean by that sentence? Just using mother tongue? What do you mean by that?
Film බලමින්.
It's a general name. That is what I told you. In here, we are not talking about the things which are happening now. Maybe then we this is about general thing. Mama, Tamil films Mama English movies that is general thing. So you can say I like watching Tamil movies. I like watching English movies like that. Okay. Well, I mean, then when I get simple present that is what I mentioned you earlier. Okay. The last chance goes to Miss Chamini. Chamini, yes.
I go to the work at 6 a.m. A consultant comes to the ward every day. Student nurse checks the emergency trolley. Nurses dress the wound every day. Patient sends to the operation theater.
Wait. What about the last one?
Patient sends to the operation theater.
Meaning?
Sorry, sir?
What do you mean by that?
Patient sends යවන operation theater එකට.
අපි ඒකම ගමු අපේ ඊළඟ part එකට. Patient ව මොකද්ද patient ව
operation theater එකට යවනවා.
Alright. Something happened to the camera. Give me a second. All right. රෝගියාව මෙහෙම තියටර් එකට යවනවා. ඔන්න හිතලා මෙන්න මේ හිතන්න. මොකක්ද මේකේ ක්‍රියාව? What is the verb of this sentence? යවනවා. This is the verb. මේ යවනවා කියන ක්‍රියාව කරන්නේ කවුද?
සඳහන් කළා නැහැ.
මේ යවනවා කියන ක්‍රියාව කරන කෙනා මේ වාක්‍යයේ ඉන්නවද? යවන්නේ කාමද? එතකොට මේකේ නැති දෙයක් තියෙනවා. මොකක්ද මේකේ නැති දේ?
Subject.
එහෙනම් වාක්‍යයක මේ පැත්තෙන් කියන්න බෑ. ඇක්ටිව් වලින් කියන්න බෑ. Clear? Miss Chapini, are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Right. ඒක වෙන්නේ passive word. මොකද කරන්නේ නැහැ. අපි හින්දා මතක කරන්නේ. මොන දෙයක් අපි යනවා? Okay. I can hear some people are unmuted again. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. අපි සාමාන්‍ය exam එකක් තිබ්බාම right exam එකක් තිබ්බාම හැමෝම පාස් වෙන්නේ නැහනේ. ඒකේ තමයි ඉතින් දැන් course එකට join වෙන හැමෝටම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන result එක ගන්නහම හේතුව තමයි පේන්නේ. Right? Mama, initially I told you not to do other things during the class. right? අනිත් වෙලාවෙ වෙන දේවල් කරන්න බෑ කියලා කොහොම පැහැදිලිව කිව්වා. තාම කට්ටිය වෙන්නදෝ දෙන්නේ. එයාලා එකත් එක්ක අනිත් කට්ටියට ඩිස්ටර්බ්. එයාට වැඩකුත් නැහැ. අපිට වැඩකුත් නැහැ. ඔයාලට වැඩකුත් නැහැ. බලන්න. එයාලා දන්නේ කරන්නන් වලට කරන්න ගියාම ඕක තමයි. ඒ හැමෝම කරන ඉඳ මාත් කරනවා කියලා පන්තිට ජොයින් වෙලා. that is the only reason. ඒක නෙමෙයි. right? ඔයාලට තියෙන්නේ මොකක් හරි අරමුණක්. ඔයාලට තියෙන අරමුණ පන්තිට ජොයින් වෙන එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඔයාලට තියෙන අරමුණ රට යනවා කියන එක. රට යන්න එක්සෑම් එක. එක්සෑම් එක පාස් වෙන්න ක්ලාස් එකට ඒ තියෙන අදාළ මේ එක්සෑම් එකේ තියෙන පේපර්ස් වල තමයි ඔයාලා තියෙන එක්සෑම් එකට අදාළව ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් මේ කරන ඉගෙන ගන්න එක. right? ඉතින් ඔයාලක හරියට කරන්න වැඩක් නැහැ. ක්ලාස් එකකට ජොයින් වුණා කියලා ඔයාලට එක්සෑම් පාස් වෙන්න බෑ. right? ඒක හැමදාම යථාර්ථයකදී. ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉන්න හැම පන්ති ගාමනක මේ ක්ලාස් එක විතරක් නෙමෙයි මේ each and every class ඉන්න හැමෝම එක්සෑම් පාස් වෙන්නේ. උමනාව තියෙන මිනිහටයි පාස් වෙන්නේ. right? ඔයාට උමනාව නැත්නම් ඒක නිකන් ඉන්නේ කිසි ගැටලුවක් නෑ. අර ඔයා ඒක අනිත් කට්ටියට ඩිස්ටර්බ් කරන්න එපා. right? okay. කෙනෙක් කියනවා forgive කරන්න ඕන. forgive නෙමෙයි මම මේ කියන්නේ මේක නෙමෙයි. කෙනෙක්ගේ අතින් unmute වෙන්න පුළුවන්. is the nature. right? කෙනෙක්ගේ අතින් මේක unmute වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද just leave වෙලා ආයෙ rejoin වෙනවම unmute වෙන automatically. I'm not talking about that. මම කියන්නේ ඔයා පන්තියේ ඉන්නවා නම් calm තැනක ඉන්න. නැත්නම් මේක කරන්න බෑ. ඔයාට වෙන වැඩක් කර මේක කරන්න බෑ කියන මම මේ කියන්නේ. right? I'm not talking about the unmute condition. ඔයා හරි calm තැනක වෙන වැඩ නවත්තලා ක්ලාස් එක වෙලාව ඉන්නවා නම් බාහිර ශබ්ද ඇහෙන්න බෑ. වටපිට ශබ්ද ඇහෙන්න බෑ. that is what I'm talking. අපිට ඇහෙනවනේ ඒ විශාල ගෝසාව. කියන්නේ යා ඉන්නේ මේ පන්ති නෙවෙයි. right? So please be in the class. If you can't do that, just leave. किसी प्रश्न नहीं. Okay. Then what keeping matter नहीं. I thought this is about passive. Then when you do it, तुम्हारे matter now तो करना matter नहीं हो. That is the only thing happen. The passive structure, same things. It means it is about general things. Same thing, but the voice is passive. How to do that? Passive sentences are started with object. After the object, you have to use am, is, are. Now keep in your mind, when you are writing active sentence, no am, is, are. It is banned, it is prohibited to use am, is, are with active sentence. But when you write passive sentence, you have to use am, is, are. And the verb form. What should be the verb to be used?
Past participle.
Yes, the verb.
Past participle.
Verb form should always be a
Past participle.
past participle. And the rest. The rest means if you want, you can write the subject if you want, but once you add the subject to a passive sentence, you have to use by. Some people call it doer also. Doer means the person who does the action. Can be added if you want with by, but it is not necessary, not essential, right? For an example, passive. මගේ උදේ තේක 7ට ලැබෙනවා. ඊට වඩා දියා මෙන්න කමෙන්ට් එක. not that one. ඒවා සරල එකක් ගමු. අපි හිම බලන්නකො. very simple thing. My sentence is නුවරඑළිය තේ වගා කරනවා. Very simple sentence. Simple present නැද්ද? නුවරඑළිය තේ වගා කරනවා. Is it simple present or not?
Simple present.
Simple present is general thing, normal thing. Right? Okay. Now tell me whether it is active or passive.
Passive
voice.
voice.
Passive.
How can you say it is passive?
No object.
Sorry?
No
Yeah,
subject.
It has no subject, so it is passive. නුවරඑළිය තේ වගා කරනවා. What is the object then? නුවරඑළිය or තේ?
TA.
Then what is the sentence? This is the structure.
Tea is cultivated in Nuvarelia.
Tea is cultivated in නුවරඑළිය. Simple. Grammar පන්තිය පැවැත්වෙන්නේ අඟහරුවාදට. Is it simple present or not?
Simple present.
Simple present.
That's something normal. And the other thing, active or passive?
Passive.
Because there, in that sentence, the person who does is not mentioned. So it is passive. Passive, simple present. Grammar පන්තිය පැවැත්වෙන්නේ අඟහරුවාදට. Let's create.
The grammar class
The grammar class is
Tuesday.
conducted
The grammar class
on Tuesday.
is held on Tuesday. The grammar class is held on Tuesday. Simple. මේ වෝඩ් එකට ඇතුළත් කරන්නේ. ඇතුළත් කරනකොට අපි admit කරන්නේ. මේ වෝඩ් එකට admit කරන්නේ උණරෝගී.
Fewer patients are admitted to this ward.
Yes. Fever patients are admitted to this ward. Right. මේ ස්ථානයේ මෙම ස්ථානයේ එළවලු විකුණනවා. Simple sentence. මෙම ස්ථානයේ එළවලු විකුණනවා.
Vegetables are
Sold.
in this place.
In this place, or vegetables are sold here. Right? Okay. අපි තව practical මේක define කරගන්න තව examples ගොඩක් අපි කතා කරනවා. Before that, I need you to write more 5 sentences which belong to passive side. Okay, start writing 5 sentences. Miss Ratnavira, I would like to know what do you mean by that?
Excuse me, sir. Previously, we were talking about that the patient is sent to operation theater. Suddenly, there was some disturbances. So you forgot to explain that sentence. I want to have enough idea about it. Active, uh, simple present, passive voice. How can we tell it? The patient is sent to operation theater, or is it okay or not?
That's why I asked. What do you mean by that sentence? What do you want to say? Tell me using your mother tongue. What do you want to say? The idea you want to express. Yes, Miss Ratnavira. What kind?
රෝගියා ශල්‍යාගාරයට යවනවා.
It means something happened now.
Yes, sir.
Passive තමයි, passive, yes, but it doesn't belong to this tense. Got it? In this tense, simple present is not for that. You got what I said?
No, sir.
Simple present අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ මේ දැන් වෙන දේවල් ගැන කතා කරන්න නෙමෙයි. දැන් රෝගියෙක්ව දැන් මේ ඔපරේෂන් තියටර් එකට යවනවා කියන එක passive තමයි, but it is not simple present. Sorry? ඒක simple present නෙමෙයි.
Yes, sir, I got the idea. Yes.
දැන් මෙහෙම කියන්න පුළුවන්. Heart patients lover theater එකට යවනවා. ඒක general thing එකක්. So it is simple present, passive. Heart patients are sent to the theater. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. Miss Nilanti, your sentences.
Sir, the instructions are given.
Wait. Now, once you are talking, tell me, Miss Nilanti, what is your device you use? The laptop or phone?
I'm using my laptop, sir.
Then you have to speak a bit closer to your microphone of the laptop.
How is now, sir?
It's okay, perfect.
I'm sorry. The beautiful coastal area are seen.
Wait. Repeat it.
The beautiful coastal area are seen.
What do you mean by that?
ලස්සන මුහුදු සීමාවල් දකින්න පුළුවන් down south.
It doesn't belong to simple present.
Oh, yes, sir.
Next.
So what about that? Yeah. Instructions are given.
Instructions are given. ඒක simple present idea එකක් නෑ නේද නියම්. මේක හරියටම අලුට දාගන්න ඕනේ. Simple present කියන්නේ අපි මම මදර් ටංග් වලින් කියලා දෙන්නම්කෝ. Simple present කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ මේ දෛනික කටයුතු. Right? මේ ඔයාගේ විතරක් නෙමෙයි. වටපිටාව හැම තැනකම තියෙන මේ daily things දෛනික දේවල් හැමදාම දැන් උදාහරණයකට ඉර පායනවා වගේ දෙයක්. මේ ඉර පායන නැගෙන ඒක simple present. Right? දැන් ඔයා පොත් කියවනවා. ඒක simple present. ඔයා මේ දැන් පොතක් කියවනවා කියන simple present නෙවෙයි. ඔයා trip යනවා. ඒක simple present. ඔයා මේ දැන් trip එකක් යන ගමන් කියන simple present නෙමෙයි. ඔක තමයි අර මම කිව්වේ mother tongue influence කියලා. ඔයාට present පුවහම මතක් වෙන්නේ මේ දැන් ගැන. ඒක අමතක කරලම දාන්න එහෙම එකක් නෑ. අපි දැන් ඉන්නේ simple present වල. It is not for the things which are happening now. ඒක මේ දැන් වෙන දේවල් ගැන කියන්න නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Next sentence.
So I think I got the wrong information, sir. I will do it later. I think all my sentences are like that. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Ishani. Miss Ishani. Yes, you can read. I can't hear Miss Ishani. Okay, I think there is some problem with your connection or the microphone. So I move to Miss Ratnaika.
The medications are given by nurse. Urology surgeries are always done on Monday. The consultant is usually started major surgery.
Wait. Repeat the last sentence you say.
Sorry. The major surgery is usually done by consultant.
Next one.
The book is fallen down.
No. Potani vetuni. Vetuni මොකක්ද පොත? Active. අනිත් එක simple present නෙමෙයි. පොත වැටුණා කියන එක කොහොමද simple present වෙන්නේ? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Right. ඒක passive උත් නෙමෙයි. ඒක simple present උත් නෙමෙයි. Miss Teverap Perumage. That is what I can see. You can read. Teverap Perumage.
Trees are cut. Music is played. English is taught. Flowers are bloomed. Letters are written.
Okay, හරි. කෙටි වාක්‍ය. සමහරක් ඒවයි simple present tense එකක් පේන්න නැහැ. උදාහරණයක් ඇටියට letters are written වගේ එක අපිට එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. Right? අපි මේක තව පොඩ්ඩක් practice කරමු. Okay, I heard and okay, let's see few more sentences. මේ බලන්න. මම active passive වල තව ලස්සන වෙනසක් දෙන්නම්. මේ බලන්න. He teaches English. My question, is it active or passive?
Active.
Active. This is active, simple present.
Simple present.
Right. That is simple present active. Okay. Then in this sentence, this is the person who does the action. Now look at this sentence. Is it active or passive?
Passive.
It is passive. Simple present. Then මේ දෙකේ තේරුම් බලන්න. මෙයාගේ තේරුම මොකක්ද?
ඔහු ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වනවා.
මේකේ තේරුම ඔහු ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වනවා. ඔහු ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වනවා. ඔහු තමයි උගන්වන්නේ. This is a passive sentence. එතකොට මෙයාද මේකට කරන කෙනා?
නෑ.
එයාටයි කරන්නේ. එහෙනම් මේකේ තේරුම
ඔහුට
ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වනවා. දැන් ඔයාලට පැහැදිලි වෙන්නේ. මම ඒකේ තව ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් එක්සැම්පල්ස් දෙන්නම්. මේවා you are wanted, active or passive?
Passive.
Meaning. I want the meaning.
ඔයාට
ඔබව අවශ්‍යයි.
ඔයාව ඕන.
Active.
Okay. Now I don't need whether it is active or passive. ඔයාලගේ හිතින් හිතන්න. හිතලා මට මේක තේරුම් ගන්න. She likes.
They can see.
ඇය කැමති. ඇයයි කැමති. ඇය කැමති. Right? ඇය කැමති.
ඇයට කැමති.
ඇයට කැමති. ඇයට කැමති.
මම කෝල් කරනවා හැමදාම.
මම හැමදාම කෝල් කරනවා. It is active.
මට හැමදාම කෝල්
කරනවා හැමදාම.
හැමදාම කෝල් කරනවා. That is what active and passive. This is very simple. මේක හරියට අල්ලගන්න. Right? Very simple thing. The other thing is simple present tense means what? දැන් මම කොච්චර පැහැදිලි කරා සමහර ඉන්නවා මේක අල්ලගත්තේ නැහැ. කෙනෙක් අහනවා bus is gone. නෑ ඒක වැරදි. එහෙම එකක් කියන්න බෑ. It's wrong. The bus is gone කියන්න බෑ. මොකද හේතුව තමයි දැන් ඔයාලා ඒකේ තේරුම කියන්නේ කවුද මේ මට ඒක නම අහගන්න බෑ දැන් මැසේජ් දාපු කෙනා. You can talk. why කිව්ව වාක්‍ය තේරුම කියන්නේ. ඒක simple plus වාක්‍යයක් තමයි. why කිව්ව වාක්‍ය තේරුම කියන්නේ.
සර් බස් එක 6ට යනවා කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්ද?
බස් එක 6ට යනවා. බස් එක 6ට යනවා නම් මොකද කියන්නේ? active or passive?
active.
ඔව් මෙතනදී අපි බලන්නේ යන්න මෙතනදී අපි බලන්නේ ප්‍රායෝගික කාරණාවක් නෙමෙයි. ප්‍රායෝගිකව වාට කියන්න පුළුවන් බස් එකට තනියෙන් යන්න බෑනේ. එහෙම කියන්න පුළුවන්. මේ අපි ලියද්දි කතා කරද්දි බලන්නේ ප්‍රායෝගික කාරණාවක් නෙමෙයි. අපි බලන්නේ වාක්‍ය දිහා. බස් එක යනවා. මේ වාක්‍ය ඇතුලේ ක්‍රියාවක් තියෙනවා යනවා යන්නේ කවුද?
බස් එක.
බස් එක. මෙයයි යන්නේ. So it is active.
Okay, sir.
Bus goes. Bell එක අටට ගහනවා. bell එක අටට ගහනවා. active or passive?
Passive.
ඔව් bell එක අටට ගහනවා. අටට නාද කරනවා. ගහනවා. bell එක ගහනවා.
The bell is
ringed.
Rung.
අපි මම කතාගෙන පාසන්නේ. bell එක අටට ගහනවා. එතකොට මේකේ verb එක ගහනවා. ගහන්නේ කවුද?
කෙනෙක් නෑ.
කෙනෙක් නෑ. එහෙනම් passive. The bell
is rang.
at 8. තව කෙනෙක් මෙහෙම කියනවා. bell එක අටට නාද වෙනවා. නැත්නම් bell එක අටට වදිනවා. active or passive?
Active.
දැන් active. verb එක නාද වෙනවා. කරන මිනිහා ඉන්නවා. නාද වෙන්නේ කවුද? bell එක. එතකොට the bell rings. The bell rings.
At
8. active passive කියන කොහොමද යාර? එහෙම නැතුව අර active ලියන එක by දාලා passive ලියන එක නෙමෙයි active passive කියන්නේ. ඔයාලට හිතන දේ කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. ඔයාලට හිතන දේ active ද passive ද කියලා define කරගෙන ලස්සනට කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. If you can do that, active and passive, okay. The main purpose of the lesson today is to clarify what the difference between active and passive. Right? If you get, or if you could get some idea, some clarification about active and passive, that means the lesson today is successful. If not, I'm 100% sure this class is also a useless effort. Right? වෙනම තව වාක්‍ය වලට යනවා. ඔන්න ඔක තමයි active passive වල වෙනස. මේ බලන්න. ඔන්න තව දෙයක්. Now I'm going to give you some sort of adverbials. Look at these. Right. These are called adverbials. Now, once you use a simple present sentence, you can use them in the sentence. But the place you should use these type of words are just before the main verb. For example, first of all, always, often, both are same. Both, always, often are same. What do you mean by always, often? Nitarama. Nitarama. Rarely, seldom, both are same. Kalaturaki. Perhaps. What do you mean by perhaps?
Vagada.
සමහර විට.
Yes, it is bit
සමහර
similar
විට.
to. It is bit similar to sometimes. Probably. ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට බොහෝ දුරට. Usually, generally, normally, all three are same. සාමාන්‍ය. Occasionally, අවස්ථානුකූල අවස්ථාවට ගැලපෙන ලෙස occasionally, frequently, ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩාක් අර අපි ගත්තා always often විතර කියන එක. ඊටත් වඩා ඒ වැඩි වෙනවා නම් we use frequently. Right? Always කියන්නේ විතරම. වැඩි ඊටත් වඩා වෙනවා නම් frequently. Right? Never කියන්නේ කොහෙවත්ම නැහැ. කොහෙත්ම නැහැ කියන එක. We use these adverbials before the main verb. For example, look at this. She wears saris. Before the main verb means in this place. You have to use these adverbials in this place. Now, if I write something like this, she rarely wears saris. But I have heard some people say she wears sari rarely. She wears or some people say always she wears saris. They are wrong. You have to use these adverbials before the main verb. She always wears saris. Right? I always listen to English songs. Right? I rarely participate to parties. All these adverbials should be used before the main verb, right? Now, I want you to create around 8 sentences. Before that, I forgot to give you passive examples. Look at this. These are active. These are active. Passive. Fever patients are rarely admitted to this ward. May ward එකට fever patients ලා කලාතුරකින් තමයි admit කරගන්නේ. මම දන්නේ මේ වාක්‍ය හරිද කියලා මම හිතලා කිව්වේ. Grammar okay. In the sentence, grammar is okay. I'm not aware of the meaning. The meaning හරියට මම දන්නේ නැහැ, right? So this is passive. Now I want you to create 4 active, 4 passive, 4 active sentences, 4 passive sentences using these adverbials. Start writing. If you have any issue, you can ask me, okay? It doesn't matter.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Seldom කියන්නේ මොකද sir?
කලාතුරකින්. Rarely, seldom, both are same.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Miss Muluraja is wrong. If you talk about she, there should be an S. She always cares. Miss Dilukchi, you can.
Yes. Sir, may I talk to you?
Yes, yes, go on.
I always wake up at 4 a.m. We often eat vegetables. The government rarely increases the salary. The school usually closes at 2 p.m. And
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
passive
wait, wait, wait. The school usually
closes
closes.
at 2.
Okay.
The passive, the boy normally loved to play cricket.
Wait, wait, wait. Is that passive?
Yes, no, loud, no.
What do you mean by that sentence?
He normally loved to play cricket, loud, not loud.
No. I just want to know what the meaning of that sentence. If you can explain me the reason, the meaning of the sentence, I will help you.
He usually loved to play cricket.
What?
He usually loved to play cricket, loves to play cricket.
That is active sentence because it is not a
Yes.
passive sentence. Next.
Next, the patient frequently gets stomachache. What? The patient frequently got stomachache.
No. That is not simple
He never.
present sentence. That is not a simple present sentence. Okay, so it is wrong. Next.
She never allowed to go outside. The kids generally bought toys.
Repeat.
The kids are generally bought toys.
Kids are generally
Bought toys.
they are active. If you want, you can say like this. Kids are generally presented.
Okay.
They know. Got it? Or
Yes.
gifted. Like that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right. Miss Harshini, I'm very sorry. I can't pronounce that word.
Yes, sir. That
Okay, right?
Yes, sir. Active voice. Sister always listens songs.
Listens to. When you use listen, definitely you have to use to.
Listen to. I rarely eat beef. She frequently wipes her brow. I never meet him. Passive voice. He is always met at the park. Parents are frequently looked after at home. School is usually closed at 1 p.m. Patient is often looked after in the ward.
Again?
Patient is often looked after in the ward.
Okay, I can give 2 more chances. That the next chance goes to Miss Ishani. She is not audible. So I move to Miss Vikrama Singh. N Vikrama Singh. My God, she's also silenced. And the next, maybe Sena Ratna. Sena Ratna. No, sorry, Senavi Ratna. Very sorry.
So the sister usually allocates the duties. Passive voice. The duties are usually allocated by the sister. The consultant decides the duration of the antibiotics. The duration of the antibiotics are decided by the consultant.
Wait. Miss Senaviratna, what you have done is the things you did in school. Where is school කරපු කරලා තියෙන්නේ? Active වාක්‍යයක් පැසු කරනවා කියන එක. එහෙම නෙමෙයි අපි පොඩ්ඩක් practically යාට අවශ්‍ය කරන වාක්‍ය තමයි නෑ. Active එකක් පැසු කරන එක නෙමෙයි අපි කතා කරේ. ඒක අපි අර ස්කෝල් කරන වැඩි. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. අපි දැන් මේ ප්‍රායෝගික වාක්‍යයක් මේ කතා කරන්නේ. වාක්‍ය හරි වැරදි නෑ. Your sentences are correct, but that is not the thing I wanted to do. I wanted you to do, right? ඔයා කරලා තියෙන ඇක්ටිව් එක පැසිව් කරන එක. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක නැත්තම් මම දැන් පැහැදිලි කරන්නේ. සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් ඉන්නවා නම් අපි ඒක අමුතුවෙන් පැසිව් කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයාලා පයිදාම කියන්නේ අමුතුවෙන් පැසිව් කරලා. එහෙම එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ. Subject nahanam passive, subject innona active. Got it? Right. I move to Miss Yashodhara. Miss Yashodhara is also silenced. Then I had to move to Patiraki.
I usually wear saris for special function. My son often reads books. Patients usually appreciate our work. I normally go to library every weekend. Patients are usually discharged at 12 noon. Echo tests are usually done by cardiologist. Patients are usually examined by doctor in the ward round. Patients are always educated about their condition at discharge.
Okay. Now let's move to the next part. Next part is look at the these types of words are also used in simple present sentences, but they are not used before the main verb. These words can be used at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. For example, we study English on Tuesdays, or you can say on Tuesdays we study English. The place we have to use these words are at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. We can mix up the words what we learned earlier and these like this. See, this is the early adverbials. They are used before the main verb. We usually go for a walk on my holidays. This is what I taught you now. It is again, if you want, you can use this one at the beginning also. On my holidays, we usually go for a walk. Okay, right? I suppose you all know about these words. You can create so many words like this. That's why I have used etc. You can create so many words. All those words should be used at the beginning or the end of the sentences, right? I need you to create how? 3. 3 plus 3. It means 3 actives, 3 passives with these words. Okay, I'll show you the board. Miss Patiranagi, are you okay? I can see her raise your hands.
No, sir. Sorry.
Miss Nilanduwa. You can read out your sentences.
Yes, sir. I go to hospital every day. My daughter normally goes to temple every Sunday. Mother always cooks rice and curry daily. English is spoken every day. Drugs are ordered every week. Grammar class are normally held on twice a week.
Only twice a week.
Twice a week.
Right. Please mute yourself. And the next chance goes to Miss Ratnayaka.
Yes, sir. On Monday, we do general surgery. He plays cricket every weekend. What sister usually allocates duty weekly? Passive. The doctors generally started one major surgery on Wednesday. The patients are probably admitted to ward every day. Health education is usually given twice a day.
Okay. Sagarika. Oh, no. We did that. Miss Kumari.
Active voice. My sister prepares my dinner every day. On Tuesdays, he wears white shirts. His blood pressure gradually increases at every hours.
Blood pressure is singular, so you had to use S.
Is gradually that is passive voice.
No, it is active.
Active voice, yes. In passive voice, he is usually missed his school bus on every Mondays.
How can it become passive? It is active. එයාට miss වෙන්නේ. එයා miss කරනවා. Active.
Yes. Yes, it is active voice. She is scolded by her teacher once a day. That buses came our town every weekend.
Wrong. Bus එක තමයි එන්නේ. ඉතින් passive නෙමෙයි active නේ.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Right. ඔයාලා මෙහෙමයි දැන් මේ පාඩම අද කරපු කොටස මාර easy කට්ටියක් ඉන්නවා මෙතන. අනිවාර්යෙන් ඉන්නවා. යම් ප්‍රමාණයක්. අටුම දෙතුන් දෙනෙක් හරි ඉන්නවා. දැන් මේක මොකද්ද මෙච්චර ලේසි එකක් කොහොමද මේ මොකද්ද මේ ඒක ටයිම් වේස්ට් එකක් කියලා හිතන කට්ටියකුත් ඉන්නවා. Right? දැන් මට ඔයාලා කාවක්වත් පේන්නේ නැහැ. Right? I don't know about your knowledge. I don't know about you. I do this class as a general class. පොදුවේ කරන එකක් එක පාර්ශවයක් ටාගට් කරලා මේ කරන්නේ. හැමෝටම නිකන් ගැලපෙන්න මේක කරන්නේ. සමහරවිට මේක නිකන් එන්නේ easy වගේ තේරෙයි. easy නැති කට්ටියට මම මේ කියන්නේ. මේක තාම ඔලුවට ගිහින් නෑ වගේ හිතන කට්ටිය. ඔයාලා දැන් මේකේ රෙකෝඩ් එක හම්බෙයි. ඒක ආයෙ දෙතුන් පාරක් බලන්න අර මේ active passive explain කරපු තැනට ආයෙ යන්න. පැහැදිලි නම් තාමත් ආයෙ යන්න දෙතුන් පාරක් මේක බලන්න. බලලා මේක හරි ගස්ස ගන්න next week class එකට එනකොට what active passive nothing වෙනවනේ. මම ආයෙ කිසිම දවසක active passive කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. කියන්නේ active passive වල explanations වලට යන්න active passive වලින් තමයි විස්තර කරන් යන්නේ. සියලුම දේවල් active passive වලින් යන්නේ. දැන් next week we are going to write a paragraph. අපි next week paragraph එකක් ලියන්න හදනවා. right? ඒක කරන්න බෑ. ඔයාලට active passive බැරි නම්. right? ස්කූල් බස් එක හැමදාම මිස් වෙනවා කියන එක passive. ඒක active වෙන්න බෑ. The school bus is missed. අර කෙනෙක් මට මැසේජ් එකක් දාලා තිබ්බා. ඒක මිස් වෙනවා කියන ක්‍රියාව කරන්නේ ස්කූල් බස් එක නෙමෙයිනේ. So that is passive. Okay? Right. එතකොට ඔයාලා හරියට මේක okay වෙලා තමයි next week class එකට එන්නේ. පුළුවන් තරම් examples ලියන්න. Right? පුළුවන් තරම් ලියන්න. ඔයාලා ලියද්දි තමයි ඔයාට මේක ඔලුවට යන්නේ. මේක නිකන් අර මතක තියාගන්න අර ඇක්ටිව් වාක්‍යයක් ප්‍රසිද්ධ කරන එක නෙමෙයි මේ කරන්නේ. ඔයා ගෙදරදී හිතන්නේ එක එක වාක්‍ය වගේ ජොබ් එකට අදාළ වාක්‍ය වගේ වර්කින් එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එකට අදාළ වාක්‍ය හිතන්නේ. හිතලා ඔයා මෙහෙමයි කරන්න ඕනේ. හොඳට අහගන්නකෝ. ඔයා මම දැන් මේ ඇක්ටිව් වාක්‍යයක් කල්පනා කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා ඇක්ටිව් වාක්‍ය කල්පනා කරන්න එපා. හරිද? ඔයා හිතන්න සිම්පල් ප්‍රසන්ට් වාක්‍ය. ඉතින් සිම්පල් ප්‍රසන්ට් වල හේතුව මතකනේ. සිම්පල් ප්‍රසන්ට් වාක්‍ය වගේ මදර් ටංග් වලින් හිතන්න. ඊට පස්සේ කල්පනා කරන්න ඒක ඇක්ටිව්ද පැසිව්ද. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයා ඇක්ටිව් වාක්‍ය හොයන්න යන්න එපා. ඔයා පැසිව් වාක්‍ය හොයන්න යන්න එපා. ඒක නෙමෙයි ක්‍රමය. ඔයා මුලින් සිම්පල් ප්‍රසන්ට් වාක්‍ය හොයාගන්න. හොයලා ඊට පස්සේ බලන්න මේවා ඇක්ටිව්ද පැසිව්ද. ඊට පස්සේ ඒවා ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේට් කරන්න. ඒවා ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේට් කරද්දී හරියට ගැටලුව වෙනවනම් ඒවා නෙක්ස්ට් ක්ලාස් එකේදී අහන්න. doesn't matter. නැත්නම් මට WhatsApp through your WhatsApp group you can send me those questions, then we can discuss about those matters, those questions in the next class. ඔයාට මොනවාරි ඉන්න ගැටලු තියෙනවා නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් ඒවා WhatsApp group එකට දාන්න මට දාන්න කියලා. Then they are sent to me, right? So be prepared with these things by next time. Next time we are going to write or we are going to create paragraphs. Okay? So until then, good night.
Right, sir.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Right, sir.
Thank you.